DJ. And as always, I'm joined by my co-host, my sister, Dylan.
What's up?
And our friend Dan. I thought it was Dillion. Hey, what's going on? It's Dylan. It's definitely Dylan. Okay, go.
All right, now we're in the water fountain, so we can talk as loud as we want.
We're talking about A Quiet Place Day 1 this week.
It's actually like day 1 to 3.
Yeah. It was a few days.
It was a few days.
Yeah.
A few days.
A few days.
So, starring Lupita Nyong'o. And what's the guy's name? I don't know his name.
Some guy.
I forgot his name.
I don't know his name.
We should know
and
his
a cat.
name.
And a cat.
A cat that I wanted.
Man, look.
Can I say that?
I'm gonna say it.
Oh, yeah, I can say it.
What?
Forget that cat. Just like, and then that was my nice version of forget that cat.
Yeah.
No, my
it starts with an F though.
I only had two issues with the cat. The one was when they were in the little building with the band equipment, and I'm like, that cat's going to jump on the piano.
Yeah, yes.
Oh,
I'm like, it's going to jump on the piano. It's going to. It didn't, but that whole time
Quinn,
it made me.
That's his
I
name.
thought she was about to play the piano. I'm like, I know we ain't about to sweep all this under the rug. And like, she gonna play the piano, nothing happens.
I thought,
like,
I thought that's how they were going to end it. Like, she plays the piano. Oh, first of all, full on spoilers for this movie.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, we're gonna do that? We're gonna do that now?
Yeah,
we already. We're halfway
we didn't
there.
give anything away.
Not yet. We
were supposed to with the piano.
Oh, okay.
Oh, okay.
Spoilers for Quiet Place Day 1.
It's full on spoilers.
It's not a long movie. There's not a lot for me to hide. I'll say this before we get to spoilers for anyone who wants to know. I think it's a decent movie, and if you haven't seen it, I think you should go see it.
I agree.
Agreed.
Okay.
Agreed.
Now, I did feel like she was gonna play the piano.
I thought she was gonna play, but I was okay with that. Like, I thought that she got to the place where her father was. Right, she couldn't have her dusty pizza.
But old dude was there, and I'm like, you're not gonna play the piano while he's there, are you?
So I have questions about this guy, because I just felt like, were you so afraid to be by yourself you were willing to die with a stranger?
I think that is exactly what it was.
So it's like, I felt like
especially since he wasn't from New York, he's from the London, I think he said.
Yeah. So
he had nobody, had no friends or anything to be around or whatever, and like it's the apocalypse basically. And it's like, do you want to spend that time alone or spend it with somebody?
But even if that somebody's going in the opposite direction of quote unquote safety,
it wasn't that safe. Obviously, because everybody decided to go at the same time.
Yeah, I saw that.
Stupid.
I'm like, you guys are going to make so much noise.
Stupid. In the beginning, they said how much noise New York makes. 90
that was
decibels.
wild.
Like a constant stream.
Yeah.
And y'all going to go at the same time?
Yep.
Like, that's going to make a lot of noise.
Yeah. Just 1,000 people just walking down the street.
Yeah, I don't care how much y'all tiptoe. A 1,000 silent tiptoes.
Starts
it's loud.
to be really
it's
loud. Yeah.
Like, come on, y'all.
Yeah, but I mean, I would not have traveled with a group. I'd have been on 2 blocks over, like, hey, I'm still headed towards the sea.
Like, y'all go ahead. I'm taking my shoes off, tiptoeing my socks.
He was probably like, I'm probably going to die anyway. And he would rather, instead of die hiding by himself trying to get to the river, he'd rather have died with somebody else.
On one hand, I do understand that.
Yeah.
On the other hand, I'm still like, she has nothing to live for.
Well, he didn't know that yet. And we should get to that. First,
that's harsh.
I want to say...
But that's kind of true, right?
I mean, yeah, but
oh, she didn't. But okay, I'll start with this.
For that pizza, apparently.
I'll start with this. I was surprised by this movie. Because I thought we were going to get more of a alien movie. Like, A Quiet Place has never been always that, but I thought, this time they're going to start focusing on who these aliens are, why they're here, and blah, blah, blah. But yet, they managed to come out with another heartfelt story, which I was like, how do you... What?
Yeah. This, it was a prequel that didn't prequel?
Yeah.
Like,
it wasn't quite prequeling.
Because it's like going in, like you said, I was expecting I'm going to find out where they come from and why. And, you know, everything that happens around that. But this really wasn't about that. Like, this was more of an emotional journey than a scary movie.
Yeah.
Which was unexpected, but I end up being okay with that.
Yeah.
Agreed.
Yeah. It's not what I expected, but I think it was well done. And I'm like, okay, I guess at this point, every A Quiet Place movie we get, it's just going to be some kind of emotional journey.
Yes, but I still want answers. And we're getting no answers.
I would like answers.
No explanation.
I honestly feel like it's coming, but
I
think that like they're building up to it.
Are they?
Are they? I feel like
a really weird way.
I think they're doing this on purpose.
There was one small bit of lore that I didn't understand at all in this movie about the aliens, and that's where they had some kind of nest thing, and they were eating some weird,
they was eating some weird alien, like from the movie Alien, little pod thing, and I was like, oh, that looks like the thing from Alien.
Did the cat eat some of it? Is
Did
that what it was eating?
I think it was licking something.
I thought it was a human face or something.
Yeah, I couldn't tell.
You know, cats ain't loyal.
What are you doing?
No, if you're dead, the cat's gonna eat you.
Yeah. True. If you're alive, cat's gonna eat you.
It might.
Yeah. So I thought it was interesting. I was like, oh man, this movie is not at all what I was thinking. Because I thought we were gonna like where they come from and why and what can they do, and it was just like, don't worry about none of that. Here's a story about Sam.
Yeah,
basically. Yeah, we got a little bit more about the aliens. Like I've never seen one drown underwater.
Yeah.
So apparently they can't hold their breath at all. I'm gonna say
true
because they drowned really quick.
Fast.
Yeah. Very true.
Which I'm like, so I'm building a house like underwater, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
How you gonna build an underwater house?
How are you gonna survive?
we will find a way to pump out water.
We will build a series of apparatus.
I'm gonna find a way. Like that's gonna be my first. Not an island because they'll find a way to get to the island.
Well, the island worked fine until they started screwing things up in the second movie.
Didn't they come over on the boat though?
They came over on the boat.
Yeah, it got on a boat and
it
floated over there. So that's what I'm saying. So underwater, you find a way to build a dome.
Well, hold on.
Like Sandy from.
If they could find a way to get them off the island of Manhattan, because Manhattan's an island. Get the aliens off of Manhattan, you can have Manhattan back.
It's too big. They like one will find a way like on there, and then we wouldn't know for a while until people started dying. Like the island's too big.
Fair enough.
So yeah, but no, fair enough. Yeah, because I mean, I guess if you say that, if you can somehow get them out of the UK, then the UK is safe.
That's what I'm saying.
Or we just build our own island in the middle of the Pacific.
So Hawaii?
Oh, that's true. What are the chances they landed on Hawaii? Probably really low.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I would think so.
I was thinking Puerto Rico, but Hawaii is just as nice. So.
Yeah, true.
Yeah.
Puerto Rico.
Mm-hmm.
There we go. See? Or you build a house, like you have a pool and you build a house underneath it.
Underneath an above ground pool? Or what do you
No, not an above ground pool. Oh, yeah. What if you did that? Like you had a bunker, but the only way into the bunker was through a pool.
What? How would you get in?
I guess that, okay.
You create like you know how you have airlocks? You create like a little water lock or something.
But
so we got to fill with water first, and then you get in, you swim to the exit part, and then, it
how
pumps
would
the
you
water out.
Oh, it pumps the water out before you open the other door?
Yeah.
So you just got to hold your breath for long enough for
You're doing way too much.
Look, I don't want to die to the crazy sound aliens, and that seems easier than me like trying to keep my family quiet.
Okay. Man, the dude that said we're all gonna die,
man,
bro.
Oh,
I would have killed him too because it was like, are you serious, bro? He held his mouth closed for like a good amount of time, and he's still.
Yeah, like I get you're afraid. Like, so two things happened like this. You had that dude, and then you had our main character when they're in the water.
Mm-hmm.
And I was okay with his because he wasn't trying to say something. It was just like fear, like kind of taking over his body. So he wasn't trying to say something. The dude that was like, we're all going to die. I'm like, bro, I get that you're scared, but there's no reason for you to yell out, we're all going to die.
Well, my thing is, when I shush you, shut up.
Yeah, shut up.
Like we told you, cut that noise. And you're still just determined to scream, we're all going to die. And so you know what? I'm all for...
Not necessary.
You're dead.
Yeah, I would have killed him too. I'm like, I'm about to smash your head against the wall, bro.
Yeah.
You know what? Watching this movie made me think it'll be harder to survive than you think, just because of things like sneezing and coughing. I'm like, what are you gonna do? Like when all that dust was like flying around her and stuff after that, I'm like, bro, like you're gonna end up going, and it's like, well, that's it.
See, this is where I feel like I want a definitive answer on what decibel is too loud.
I agree, because like almost everything makes a sound. It's tough to take a step without making a sound.
Yeah. So
and as long as those people was walking before anything happened.
Yeah.
It's like, okay, yeah, how loud does it actually have to be?
So is a step too loud? Is a whisper too loud?
Apparently, it's not too loud.
So I want to know, like, what's is it 20?
Threshold?
Is it 10? Like, I want to know what that is.
Yeah, I don't know. It's hard to call that.
I bet the directors don't know because they
probably don't.
They're a little inconsistent.
Yeah.
Because think about like briefcase fall, they all attack. I'm like,
I would give it that because it's an
louder?
empty building, so it probably echoes.
But is that louder than a whisper?
Well, but they don't really whisper unless they're in like a enclosed space, right?
So you're saying a whisper is too loud?
I don't know.
I
think people were just choosing not to do that. Like, let's not take the chance, type of deal.
Okay.
So like even during like the whole thunderstorm or whatever, were they not like going crazy during when the thunder hit?
Yeah.
What?
Like, what were they doing then?
I guess running towards the thunder. Because like every time a helicopter flew by, they were like all running.
Could that make sense? But I guess like, do they just freak out and die or something during a thunderstorm?
Yeah, like what can they do? Because like you can't really attack the thunder.
What's up with these movies where aliens are like weak against water or can't swim, and yet they choose Earth?
I think because it's like they need
mostly covered by water.
Because I feel like it's like, okay, we got to give these guys a weakness. What would it be? Water is an easy option. It's either like water or fire. So apparently, a whisper is 30 decibels.
That seems loud.
That seems loud.
It was have a loud whisper.
And seems like how my daughter whispers.
And then the refrigerator is 40. My refrigerator is definitely more than 40.
I don't really hear my fridge.
Because sometimes my refrigerator do be going.
It be making some noise.
Wait, so sometimes. So like, does that mean I can't have a fridge in this world, or?
No, I would say so because sometimes your refrigerator it be humming.
What are you gonna do, man? See, that's what I'm saying. That sucks.
Yeah, so a normal. Hold on, let me look this up. So because I feel like 30 would be loud. Okay, so 10 is normal breathing. So that's just you in a room by yourself. That's 10.
Wait, decibels are exponential though, aren't they?
I mean,
like the more the number goes up, isn't it? Like it's not just linear. It's not like 20 decibels is double the sound of 10. It's probably a factor of many.
Because they said New York was like 90 decibels, so
which is crazy.
30. That's like a third of what the noise. New York is making.
So it's got it's exponential. I'm pretty sure.
But why does that matter?
Well, because it makes a difference for our understanding of what the decibels are.
All right, so 10 is breathing. 20 is the rustling of leaves. So I figured that doesn't bother them.
Yeah.
30 is a whisper. 40 is a refrigerator. So I'm guessing is 40 the cutoff?
I'm going to say probably 40 and over is probably...
Because a normal conversation is 50.
Yeah, no, it kind of makes sense. A briefcase falling, the sound of it falling would make a louder decibel than a fridge.
Okay.
It's not like it's not for an extended period of time, but that sound would be loud.
Okay. All right. right. And so a jet is at 130. I'm sorry, 103.
Yeesh.
Right.
Yeah. A lawnmower is 90.
Yeah. So, let's talk about the story for a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So we start with Sam. She's in hospice. I wasn't expecting this at all. So yeah, she's in hospice, and they go out to see a play, and that's when all the aliens crash. It always just happens. There's like no warning in any of these movies. It's just like then the aliens
like
crash.
Semi-warning during like the movie. Like even when they was headed. Was that when they was heading into New York? There was some jets and then
there was like some helicopters or something. No, there were jets. There were jets. There was like 3 jets flying.
It was like
I thought that was just a thing.
What is this?
No, because like why would jets fly over New York City?
Yeah, I guess
that's a normal thing.
I guess NASA would have to pick this up well ahead of time, right?
That is always my question. Like y'all didn't see this coming?
Yeah, because when it was raining from the sky, there was a lot.
Yeah. I'm like, so did y'all see it coming and not say anything? Like, it's like you can't sneak up on Earth.
True.
Yeah, that's tough to do.
Yeah, like NASA's always
monitoring like our vicinity.
Like legit.
Pretty much the entire solar system.
Yes, yeah. Like,
they'd be like, hey, there's this weird asteroid over there by Pluto. We're like, cool, I guess.
Yeah.
Cool, we're gonna ignore it.
Yeah, and they be telling you like, oh, there's a meteor coming. It'll be the size of a penny by the time it get to Earth. We were like, well, then I don't care.
Yeah,
but like, that's what they do. So I was like, I find it hard to think like, how could these things sneak up on you? And that's like one of my questions. Like, was this an alien invasion? Did they get here accidentally?
Because they're not in ships.
Right, but it's so many of them.
Yeah, there was a lot of them. Like that was kind of emphasized through the movie. As soon as a sound happened, the rumbling, it was like when the wildebeest was like stampeding in the Lion King.
Yeah,
that's what it reminded me of.
And that girl who's listening to the radio, she was pinpointing places across the earth that had encountered these things.
Yeah, it was all over the planet.
And so it's just like, so this was an alien invasion? That's my only thing I can assume.
Maybe there's this idea of like if you have a species that has interstellar technology, that they will send something like that to kind of wipe out the planet before they get there. So maybe like obviously the aliens, they don't seem to be hyper intelligent. They don't seem to be. They seem more instinct, right?
Yeah, they react. Yeah.
So maybe there's something sent to them here for that reason, but we don't get that lore.
We don't get anything at all. Yeah. So yeah.
So we got that. The attack happens, and then at this point, we're just following Sam. We learn that she's basically got no time to live. Mm-hmm. Right, so whatever her disease was, I don't know if it was cancer.
I assumed cancer.
Yeah, some kind of cancer. She kept putting that patch on.
Yeah.
Thermal.
Yeah, it was a dermal patch. I think it was for pain.
Yeah, it's for pain because it was fentanyl.
Okay. Oh, okay.
It's that good stuff.
So yeah. So she's died of cancer, which it kind of explains a lot of things because, you know, the military goes like, okay, we learned that they can't swim. Everybody, as safe as you can, get to the water. And she's walking the opposite direction because she keeps telling people she's going to get pizza. And you're like, what's the deal? Why are you getting pizza? I don't understand.
But you know what, from the very beginning, before I learned like the reason why she was like so intent on getting it, I was okay with that because like when she had her conversation with the nurse guy, I don't know did they ever tell us what his name was? Whatever.
I mean, she said it. I don't remember it.
Yeah, but it was just like basically she's on her last ounce of life. Yeah. And the last thing I want to get is my last memory to have a slice of New York City pizza. I'm okay with that because it's just like she's dying anyways. And if the last thought, like she only went to the city because she's like, we're going to get pizza afterwards. Yeah. And he's like, yeah. And if that's the only thing I got left to do, I'm okay with doing that. And then it gained more meaning later on when you find out like it was a tradition she had with her father. Yeah. But even without that, I'm okay with that.
I was too. Like, I figured she's just like, I want one more slice of pizza before I die, which is fair. Like, before you die, you can want whatever you want.
Yeah.
Like, because it doesn't matter anymore.
Yeah, so, I figured it was something more too. Because, like, as upset as she got when he said, hey, we got to head back. And she was like, all right, yeah, after we get the pizza. He was like, no, we're going to have to take a rain check on the pizza. She's like, no, we're going to get some pizza out the city or whatever. I'm like, she's getting really upset about this pizza. It's like, it must be something more to it.
True.
And then they, throughout the movie, they kind of led into why she wanted this pizza so bad. And like, all right, yeah, it makes sense. I ain't gonna lie though, before that, it was like,
Well, her argument with him, I'm like, okay, get over it. But before that, I was okay with that. And then when after the attack happened, they were both sitting inside of the playhouse. And she's like, I'm going to Harlem to get pizza. And he's like, no. I was okay with that because I felt like in my last second of life, and I get to decide what that is, then I'm going to do it doing something I enjoy.
Yeah, I dig it.
Right? Like, because she knows she's dying. So going out to the water or whatever, that doesn't benefit her.
Yeah, because she's not going to survive anyway. And plus, you're not going to have any of the stuff you would need to even attempt to keep her alive.
So she's going to...
So what's the point?
Like, even keeping her alive, right? You assume that's going to be a slow and painful death.
Yeah.
I'm going to go out eating pizza.
Yeah, as the movie went on, I kind of felt that. Like, I kind of got the vibe that, like, she probably not gonna make it through this.
When the movie opened with her in hospice, I was like, oh, she's not making it to the end of this movie.
Yeah, it kind of gave me that vibe.
Yeah.
But through that, after everyone walks to the south side at the same time.
Yeah, at the same time. Exact same time. Like, wow.
Like, and I'm like, as it was going on and everybody started and then she's like trying to go against the crowd, I'm like, yo, this is too many people. And then they started like highlighting all the sounds they were making. I'm like, bro.
Yeah, when the wheelchair and stuff was going, I'm like, yeah, you gonna be dead.
Yeah,
whatever person with a suitcase, I'm like, bro.
Like, okay,
like, why
that
do you
was
have a
unnecessary.
suitcase?
That was unnecessary.
Yeah, I thought the same thing.
The wheelchair, I'm like, all right, it ain't much
you don't have a
do about
choice.
that.
I don't know,
But
carry
the suitcase,
the person in a wheelchair.
People are heavy.
They are, but
with the wheelchair, I understand. But like this guy with the suitcase,
if it's a squeaky wheelchair, we're gonna need to let you not be in that wheelchair.
I'm gonna just drag you without the wheelchair.
Why are we packing?
Yeah,
there is nothing I want that bad. Like,
I'm gonna have to learn to live with one piece of clothing until we learn to like weave some out of leaves or something like that.
I'm gonna take a handful of drawers and that's it.
I'm
like,
not even taking that.
That is
I'm
it.
trying to travel as light as I can possibly travel.
That is it. I'm gonna take my bag with me, but that is it. I'm not about to have a whole suitcase that I gotta lug around with me.
Not with wheels.
With wheels.
If I can keep it off the ground, okay, maybe.
Just absolutely ridiculous. And why do they all find the need to walk down the same street? This is New York after all.
They packed the street out.
You could spread out.
Yes, easily.
There was no need for y'all all to be on the same street.
The street was packed out.
Something. From what we learned about the aliens, there was a really easy way to defeat them.
That's been my nitpick all along. The aliens are easy to kill.
You create an area that can fill with water. You
about to create a fishbowl?
You make a sound. They all chase into there, and then you fill it with water.
And drown them all. Yeah.
And then you rinse and repeat. Like, I don't understand.
Part I don't understand is like, it seemed like the military couldn't defeat them.
Yeah.
But it's like, they were affected by sound. You have your helicopters. They can't get to that, clearly.
Yeah.
Right.
So I don't understand. And they're clearly a shotgun can take them out. I don't understand why, because the first movie was like 400 days later.
Yeah.
Why have you still not defeated these things?
I mean, I think there's a lot of them. Obviously, now I was thinking back on the first movie. Mm-hmm. It seems like there's a lot less of them, but the world is still living in silence.
But the first movie made it seem like the military's gone. Didn't it make it seem that way?
Yeah.
Like there's just like no one is fighting anymore, and I'm just like, but why not?
That's a good question.
Yeah, I mean, you could refill at like an ocean base or something like that. It's not like they can.
And I mean, if
get
a shotgun is going to take them out,
our planes can take off of aircraft carriers.
Those Abrams tanks.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're not
bigger
taking
than a
it.
shotgun.
Yeah, and I'm like, a helicopter would take off before the noise of a helicopter would get them to you. Clearly, we showed them 1,000 times in the movie. They're making these announcements: head towards the water, and they're chasing the helicopters that they can't get to.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't understand like why they still exist.
That's a good question.
Also, just stay near water, and every time they come, just jump in. I don't know. Like if you're a citizen, military should be able to come up with something to easily defeat them.
Yeah.
If you're a citizen, like stay near water. And after they told you that,
Yeah, they said like they can't swim. I'm like, oh, okay, cool.
Yep. To the water I go.
Yeah. So
that's a question.
it is. Well, maybe it's like if you start thinking about it logically, then there's no movie.
Yeah. But all right, so
Yeah,
after our crowd of people, that's when she runs into our protagonist guy,
Eric.
Eric. There we go. That was his name.
Yes.
Eric, who just, he insists on like spending his time with her.
Yeah.
Which fair enough. I don't know if I'm Eric, I don't want to be alone either. And I don't know about like traveling by myself. I don't know.
It's a tough one.
I'm like,
It's kind of a tough one because like
I feel like the minute I realize you're on a dummy mission, I'm gonna be like, dang, I gotta find another person to stalk.
Yep, I'm like, all right, well, you go get your pizza. I'm gonna go my way.
Yeah, I'm like, oh, you going inland? They said be by the water.
Yeah, well, I'm gonna go the other way.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I hope everything works out for you, though.
I'm gonna die just because I snore when I sleep. See, I don't like this world.
I was thinking that too, because when they all went to sleep in the apartment, I was like, but what if you snore?
Yeah.
Oh, that would suck.
Yeah.
That would suck. You gotta know that you don't snore, or else.
I don't know, but
You ain't waking
sometimes, like, if I snore if I don't feel good. Yeah.
So if you're sick,
I mean, you might not be a snorer, but what if you make a loud sound in your sleep? You never know.
They just like oh no.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, like, I mean, like, is a fart too
Probably
loud?
happens.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah. What if you got a fart? Well, I mean, you can kind of make your fart silent. Fart on
Depends on what you do with your cheeks.
It feels like a lot of work.
You got to prepare for it. Like, you go, oh, let me adjust. So it come like I go. It's not like that zipper fart.
Or like what we found on the first movie, I'm like, you guys found out that water, like you can make as much noise by the waterfall. You got a natural waterfall and you didn't make your home underneath it.
So, but
Right.
does that mean that like Buffalo and whatever city it is in Canada, they're safe then?
Yeah, you got Niagara right there.
Niagara Falls. Right?
Oh, I guess the city is Niagara, isn't it?
Yeah.
That'd be Niagara.
I
So
mean,
yeah,
if you
it's the
make your
same.
home, no, where are you going to make your home underneath Niagara?
Just live next to it. You don't have to be underneath it.
Oh, that's true. It is
Yeah.
loud enough.
It's a whole boardwalk you can live in.
It's true. Niagara on the lake.
Yep.
It's a beautiful place, bro.
It is very nice. I mean, I ain't mad at it. I straight up be right there.
It's nice. It's nice, man.
So traveling to Niagara.
I mean, so what? 4 hours from the city? I ain't mad at that.
4 hours from what? New York? Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. Probably it's about.
Yeah, do that.
I was like, is my car quiet enough to drive?
No, you got that hum.
Yeah, it got the
It's
little spaceship
whoa,
hum.
whoa, 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 whoa. That would get you killed.
Yeah.
Whoa, 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 whoa.
Yeah, no, you gotta walk. You gotta walk.
Well, we're gonna walk around Lake Erie.
It would take a minute, but yeah, you got to do that.
All right, so he spends his time with her, and he decides to join her to go get pizza. I think he figured that he was gonna die too, regardless. So he was just
Probably.
like, "Well, fine, I'll do this." I think that was his logic. Which again, fine. I'm not mad at it.
I mean, yeah, I'm not either. It doesn't look good.
Yeah.
So it's like, yeah, all right, we're gonna go down getting some pizza. All right, we going down getting some pizza.
I know, like I would be happy at every thunderstorm that ever happened.
Yes,
Yeah.
that thunderstorm that lasted just about all night, I'm guessing.
Yeah.
Yeah,
For
I was
them?
like, that's
Yeah.
the longest thunderstorm.
Yeah.
Never that long.
Long thunderstorm.
But yeah, that's when he finds out that, she was a poet.
And didn't know it.
So mad at that. Yeah, he finds out she was a poet, that she's dying, and she spoke a little bit about her father and stuff. So I think after that point, he was determined to let her get her last piece of pizza.
Yeah.
Yeah, once you kind of figure the sentimental value in it, it's like, oh, okay, yeah, you probably do need this.
Yeah.
So I'm with that. I'm okay.
The aliens. Okay, so they're in this movie.
Mm-hmm.
I guess quite a bit. But again, they're not the focal
They were in there
point.
quite a bit. They were in there quite a bit.
I felt like the last 40 minutes we ain't seen too many aliens.
Maybe.
Okay, well, yeah, they was inching up on that whole story about the piano and the bar and Patsy and whatnot. Though, so okay, yeah.
All right. When they're out, she drops the book, which obviously brings the aliens, and they try and escape into this building. Which a briefcase happened to be there and falls over and makes more noise, so it brings them to the building.
Mm-hmm.
Eventually, they run out, and then they choose to go inside a subway. I would not have gone in the subway.
My entire thought about it being, I was like, there's nowhere to go.
Yeah, I'm like, now you're even in an even smaller place.
Yeah, like you have only what you can either go left or right. There's there's nowhere to go.
The sound is going to echo down there.
Yeah.
So I'm like, no, I would have stayed on the street.
Yep, I agree.
I would have stayed on the street because you can easily trick them. You've seen them like they were running away the one time. He throws a rock into the car and then they all go after the car. Yeah, okay, so let's do that and then let's hide somewhere.
Okay, yeah, I see that.
Hide underneath another car.
Yeah, because I feel like if you're in the subway system, it's like you're trapping yourself because it's like now I'm stuck in this tube.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And you're hoping it leads you somewhere decent.
Yeah.
I can.
Yeah, and then it was filled with water. I'm like, I'm cool.
But water is like the safety though compared to.
Yeah, but I can't
aliens
swim.
can't swim. You can't swim?
No, I can't swim.
Really?
Yes, really.
Wow. Can you swim?
No, I can't swim.
Really? Wow. Okay.
So I'm definitely gonna die in this.
So yeah,
Well, that's why I'm building a house under a pool because then I could just sink down to my little opening and then open it up.
Oh my gosh.
I made you learn how to do something.
I can make an S bend.
Bruh.
What?
It keeps the water out, so you can jump in to get out. That's what beavers do for their little dam.
But you're not a beaver.
We can't copy them.
You can try.
So an S bend, right? You work with water, Dylan.
Yes, Dillion.
Then I don't need a little trap thing.
I already thought that this was a bad idea. Then you go throw in an S.
That's all we need. That's all we need. And then a small pipe that goes up to the surface for air. And that's fine because they can't get, as long as it's small enough that the aliens can't get through it.
I'm going to stick with living near Niagara Falls.
Or what is that place, the world's quietest place? Like, they got like a studio where it's got all this sound capture. So like, literally the sound doesn't bounce off of anything.
But I just feel like, won't that make you go crazy or something?
Probably. You were probably sensory deprivation. So, Isn't like living without making any noise at all, isn't that going to make you go crazy?
Yes.
I know we're talking about the third movie. I have a question
noise.
about the first movie too.
Go for it.
How did she get pregnant? They had silent sex.
Yo, he put a pillow over her face like
oh yeah, this is it.
I'm not gonna lie, like I did think about that too, and like first of all, it's just all bad all around.
Do you think they went to the waterfall to do it?
They could have.
Oh yeah, so every time they went to the waterfall, and okay.
Or you know what? I'm sorry. Just we're not taking this risk. I'm sorry.
But yeah, I cannot take the risk.
We're just not taking this risk because clearly
to have a child.
I ain't gonna lie, I might take the risk.
Clearly, his pull-out game is weak,
Depends on
so
how
we
long
can't.
Because what day was it?
For something. I'm not saying they don't do anything. I'm not taking the risk of getting pregnant.
Because his pullout game sucks. So, like, we're not
So
taking
you
this
have to
risk.
figure out. So
Probably sucks.
I understand.
It probably sucks. It definitely sucks.
It
They had a
probably-
whole nother kid.
Okay. But sometimes even when you use it,
And how you gonna keep a baby quiet,
Yeah, that's true. Yeah, that's true.
right? So
That's
bad
true.
idea.
That is a
Yeah,
bad
just
idea.
bad all around. So you talking about they went to the waterfall? Just, you know what? Just don't touch me. I'm sorry. Like I'm not taking this risk.
That's gonna be hard to do.
Yeah, unless she's like 50, when you just like, okay, it's fine. Like nothing's gonna happen. When
You
you're
gotta
50.
make sure she went through
Shooting-
menopause. You better
shooting
be
dust.
sure.
I'm shooting dust. There ain't no way you get pregnant.
Where y'all do some kind of makeshift vasectomy.
Oh
That's-
no,
no.
no,
That's
not
gonna
risking
go
that. I'd rather risk getting you pregnant.
No, but
No.
no, I agree. That crossed my mind. I was just like, y'all was taking all the risks.
They just couldn't keep their hands off each other.
All
apparently.
the risks.
Bad idea.
It's just
All
bad
right.
idea, especially after the little bow died. Like, why are we taking this risk?
Well, maybe it
You had
wasn't-
one ignorant kid that
It wasn't
already
an idea.
died.
They just spur of the moment. You know, sometimes how it happens, just spur of the moment.
Not in the apocalypse. There's no spurt in the moment.
I think they're spur of the moment no matter what.
Not in
Spur of the
apocalypse.
moment don't take no breaks.
Not in the apocalypse. You saw her in a cornfield and was just like, yup.
Like, you know what? This corn is kind of.
Going back to the going back to the military. You found out that they are attracted to sound, and nobody tried a sonic weapon.
This is why these movies don't make sense.
No one was like, "Hey, what if we like?" They have sonic
Overwhelm
weapons.
them with sound. Yeah.
Yeah.
Because then you could do that and then just shoot them.
This is why this movie makes no sense.
Okay. All right. Weird. All right, but okay. So when they go on the subway, this leads to the scene. So this is how we find out the aliens they have no way of holding their breath at all.
When that thing was like,
That was very interesting looking.
It was. It was
that was
interesting.
interesting.
Because like, okay, so this is when the guy starts freaking out, which I'm like, fine. And he was trying to keep himself quiet.
Yeah, he was trying.
But like, I mean, everyone reacts to fear differently, and everybody is panicking.
Man, I'm like, get it together, Eric, or I will drown you.
And he made a mistaken noise. Like I think he like breathed in
Like,
really loud.
Yeah.
Yeah, which is like, hey, yeah. I mean, please don't do that in this time, but it does happen. Good thing is they were already in water, so the alien starts chasing. I think it was a good scene. It starts chasing after him, and then like, I'm like, why are you trying to run in the water? Dive!
Yeah.
I don't know how to swim, and I would have dove into the water.
Yeah,
Exactly.
absolutely. Yes.
Exactly.
I would have been like, I'm gonna try and figure out how to
Let's
get that.
see what it does.
Yeah. And so eventually it overtakes the tunnel anyway. And so the alien gets in the water, and yeah, like 2 seconds it drowns. So yeah, they cannot hold their
they
breath.
can't hold their breath. So good to know.
You know?
Yeah.
Yeah. So guys, super soakers.
Super Soaker XP 2000 or so.
Right, like, could you drown them with a fireman's water hose?
I say yes.
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 Absolutely.
Absolutely. Except for I felt like the time you're trying to set up and stuff, they might attack you.
Yeah.
Like, I don't know if you have enough time to get it all together.
Well, I mean, I wouldn't want to be on the ground with it. You know, because like I'm aiming at one, and there's probably
like
5 others.
hundreds
That's
of
gonna,
them.
yeah.
I agree.
So there are ways to beat these things.
Yes, absolutely.
Yeah, but that's when they come out. He goes and gets some medicine for her, which is nice. But this is when he stumbles across the nest thing or whatever. I don't know what this was, and this is why I need an explanation from these movies.
It was a nest, but I feel like maybe they're putting this here to like, all right, we're going to expound on this later.
What, in movie number 5?
I guess so. I don't know. They can't just leave it here.
They will.
They will, because you
But why would
introduce
they?
something.
They're
Cool, so what's the next movie going to be?
Show us
Day 2, and then we're following Jack from California, who's missing a leg or something. I don't know.
I feel like they got to go back to their home planet or like how they got here. Like you got to go back to that.
I don't know. I think
'Cause
after
why would
all
this
of
happen?
this, they're intent on not giving us answers.
Yeah,
like just keeping us in
it's
suspense.
been 3 movies.
Yeah.
And now, do we know what they're called? We know where they're from, how they got here. We don't know anything.
No, yeah, we don't. We don't.
We know absolute zero.
I would hope that they're building up to that.
Yeah.
Like building our.
I mean, at least in like War of the Worlds, we knew they were there to take over the planet, you know.
Yeah.
Or Signs.
What was the purpose in Signs?
They were trying to take over the planet. Basically, they kill the species and like terraform the planet.
Okay.
Which again was like, why are you going to a planet that's 70% water?
Sure.
But okay.
I don't know.
We
I feel
didn't
like
know that until we got here.
after this movie, I think they're just intent on not telling us anything. And maybe that's just like how they keep you engaged, because you keep going and hoping you learn more. And then they constantly not tell you anything.
I mean, as long as they're telling good stories.
If they're telling good stories, then okay, it'll keep me hooked. But like, I feel like eventually they gotta get to that. 'Cause like, are they just never gonna tell us where these aliens come from?
Nope.
I mean, I thought it was gonna be this movie. It was called Day One.
I
One
didn't
just
think
end
it
up
was gonna be
telling
this
us
movie.
zero.
I didn't think it was gonna be
You
this movie. I'm
didn't
like,
really?
they're not gonna go in depth about where these aliens came
I
from.
thought that's what it was going to be, because we got our family story in the first two movies, right?
So I'm
Yeah.
thinking Day One we're gonna get like scientists like, oh my god, something's
Yeah,
falling
like
from
when
the sky
NASA discovers it and stuff and all that type of deal.
We didn't get none of that. It was like, like, oh, we're gonna hit you when they land. And we're going to follow this one person, and we're not going to tell you anything at all about these aliens.
I didn't think they were gonna do any of that. in this
Really?
movie.
I
I was not expecting that at all.
No.
So what were you expecting?
You reflecting this?
Basically, what we got, like, they're gonna rain down, and we're gonna see what happened on day one when they actually got here. Not
Right.
necessarily saying where they came from, why they came here. Or
Well,
anything like
okay,
that.
here's the question.
thinking
Did we
both.
actually see what happened on day one? We followed Sam.
Exactly.
We didn't see exactly what
True.
happened day one.
Exactly.
We followed Sam.
Yeah, I was expecting both. Like, what was happening in that initial attack? But I was also expecting a little bit of more background. Which, I mean, at the end of the day, the way the movie was done, I was okay with that.
Mm.
But going in, I was expecting some answers to my questions about these things.
I was not expecting to get
Okay.
any answers to that at all. Like maybe like a few like little glimpses into like, okay, they crash land on Earth because of this or that, the other. I was
Right.
expecting that maybe.
Right.
We didn't get that. But
Besides that, just okay.
I feel like maybe they'll eventually backtrack into something
Yeah.
like that.
All right. Well, Dylan was right. At this point in the movie, there's pretty much no alien.
Mm-hmm.
It's just pretty much, except for when he visits the nest
Yeah.
part.
Yeah, trying to save a cat.
Yeah, that was my second part with the cat. So
Is that a euphemism?
that cat would have to. No, he tried to save the cat.
Oh, okay.
Trying to save a cat. He was saving a
No,
cat.
okay,
A literal
okay.
cat.
Okay, all right, just make sure. I'm like, all right, we on the same page here?
Which, I mean, look, okay, but like, I wouldn't have done what he did.
Mm-mm.
Like, he's sitting up, you're surrounded by the aliens, and you're sitting up here climbing up a thing, trying to grab this cat. That cat would have had to jump down.
First
I would have
of
been
all,
like, get
That
get
cat
down
would
here.
have been dead long time
This entire
ago.
movie, this cat has proven not to be loyal. So I am not about to climb up a metal structure in an alien nest to come save you.
For somebody else's cat.
Like, especially like, bro, he wasn't about to get any.
Yeah,
She
he
died.
definitely wasn't about to get in. Like, would you mourning me?
Right.
Like, come on.
So what's the point of this?
Yeah, I'm letting that cat go.
There was
Letting it
no point.
Go in both ways. I'm letting it go.
I wouldn't have climbed up there for a cat.
No.
Like, if it's there, would I care for the cat? Sure.
I mean, I'm gonna tell you better come
I would
on.
Not. I would
Yeah.
not care for this cat. Like, as soon as I
First of-
seen the cat, and once that cat.
And you notice there were no dogs around. And dogs are not quiet.
Hey,
Yeah, there were
you just
no
let,
dogs.
You just let that dog go, like, oh well.
Dogs. I mean, like, there weren't any because they probably all
would've been
barked at
barking
the
and
alien.
everything. Yeah,
That's
but I
true.
would have got scrapped.
That's
But
true.
even when the cat, like the first time when the cat had ran away and she had, I forgot what scene that was. But she
That was
had-
in the beginning.
yeah, in the beginning when the cat had like hit the little jingle bell or whatever,
Mhm.
and she ran and grabbed him, like that cat would have been dead then.
Yeah.
I'm not going after no cat when you got all this going on.
I just feel like
No.
this entire movie, this cat kept running away. Like, oh no,
did.
danger, I'm out.
It did.
And then keep showing back up. You know what? You ain't loyal. You keep leaving me by myself. I'm not about to come
And
rescue
almost
you.
get me caught up.
Look, honestly,
I'm done.
are any cats? Well, cats are not loyal.
They're not
They're not
loyal.
loyal. That's why I don't like cats.
Dogs are loyal.
They're
Cats
not
are not
loyal.
loyal.
I'm
That's
not
why I
messing with
don't
no
like
cat.
cats. Well,
Nah,
that's why I don't like cats.
Okay, all right, we got you.
Yeah, you know what I mean.
We got you.
You know what I mean. But either way, yeah, like this cat was not about to have me
I'm not climbing.
obsessed about saving it
No,
from
first
nothing.
of all, like
Not when we were in the middle of the nest. No.
Yeah, no.
I'm
Hey, you
like,
noticed that they didn't show how he got back.
they
No,
didn't.
they
He
Because
grabbed
it's
the cat
absolutely
and then
ridiculous.
just back. I'm like, oh,
Yeah,
okay.
it
So
pops up.
he somehow just silently got out of there, huh? Oh, yeah, okay.
Yeah, somehow. But
Yeah.
no, I would have came back with it. Would have been just me. No
Like,
cat.
well, my thing is, I'd have been like, he didn't even have to tell her he saw the cat. She didn't know where that cat was. Because he left her once again.
Yeah, why did the cat even follow him? Because he popped up at the store when he was
Yeah.
in the store.
Yeah. I'd have been like, oh, well.
It looks like that's the end of this cat.
If it's gonna follow me, it'll follow me. That's how I would put
That's
it.
what I'm saying. Like I'd have been like, come on. If you're not coming, I'm going to keep going.
Yeah, I'm not gonna. In this situation, I'm not gonna chase after you.
No, there's no valid really reason for like to save a cat. No,
She didn't chase after it.
Nope.
Well, she did
No,
in
she did.
the theater.
multiple times.
She did.
That was that. But after that, like when he ran away in the subway, she was like, oh, well.
It came back.
Well,
Mm,
basically,
got
if
time
it
for
comes
this
back,
cat.
it comes back. If it don't,
If
I'm
it
not
don't, it
worried about
don't.
it.
Like, exactly. I ain't
Yeah.
worried about this cat.
even
I
if it
get
does come back, I'm kind of like, man, I kind of wish you didn't come back because
Yeah. Now I got to take care of
it's
you.
causing issues.
So we get the nice story. The place she wanted to go to had burned down. I guess the pizza place might burn down. Maybe the oven was still on.
I don't know. I
I
was
mean,
extra salty about that piece
With
of
all this stuff going on, I would not expect the pizza place to be still standing. Everything that was going on, like
She
you
was
really
hoping there
go
was
back
still a
there
pizza in
thinking,
there.
Like, oh man, not only is the pizza place still standing, but there's still edible pizza inside this.
Well, you figure it's
pizza
only
place.
been a day, right? You figure most pizza places have a whole pizza ready to go, and as people order slices, you put a new one in the oven once ready to go. So
Okay.
it wouldn't surprise me if there was a pizza sitting there. I was salty like, dang, man, she can't get no dusty pizza. She came all the way out to Harlem for this pizza, and the whole place is just gone.
Yeah,
With everything else going on, I just wasn't expecting that.
but they
be a
found.
possibility.
That's okay. He found her some 99-cent pizza, which
Yeah,
didn't
I
seem
don't know
like
what
it
the name of that
tastes that
pizzeria was, but
yeah.
It don't matter.
it had to be
Honestly,
dry and
Honestly, it wouldn't
Yeah.
have mattered. It would have tasted good regardless.
I mean, at that point, right?
I guess
They probably
depending on-
half
yeah.
starving. They only had granola bars.
yeah,
Yeah.
she probably would have been.
They found a place where her father used to play piano, and this was the whole scene. It was very heartfelt, but I was super nervous about the cat. I was like, it's going to
It's
knock
gonna
over
jump
a
over
cymbal. It's going to jump on the piano. I'm like, it's a cat. I know it's going to do it, and it's going to do it to spite you.
Right.
Like it's going to look at you like, hey, I'm about to throw him on this piano.
I wasn't
Watch
nervous
me.
about the cat. I thought this is where they were going to end it. That
Yeah.
she would start playing a song or
I did
something.
think that.
Yeah, that
Yeah,
was gonna be her.
And that was going to be in it. But I was like, I was okay for it to end that way.
I didn't want old dude to be there though. I'm like, you gonna let him
Yeah,
go
yeah.
before
I
you press
felt
one
like-
of those
I don't
keys,
wanna-
right?
yeah.
I
Like, I
felt
don't
like
wanna die like
he
this.
was content. That is
Nah,
that's how
okay
he
with
went
that.
out. That's how he went
Nah,
out.
like I get that. Like she can die at that point, which is
Right.
fine. I still was like, you gonna let him get away
I felt
first,
like
right?
he was content.
Right,
You know
like,
what I
tell
mean?
him to
Like
get
I
out
felt
here.
like if she'd have started playing that piano, I think he would have been okay with it.
He may have been. He maybe he didn't really realize all his options. He was like, "Oh, this is all I got." I'm like, no.
Mm-hmm.
You have more options. You can get out of here. Tell her, hey, I understand your sentimental attachment to this, that, and the other. Do your thing, but wait until I get a considerable distance.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then they were drinking from glasses, and I'm like, you gonna drop?
Yeah, I'm like,
you're
don't do
dropping
no
them
cheers.
glasses.
They gonna cheers. They gonna cheers, and then that's gonna be.
I'm
And
like,
they were like, all right, cheers, boom,
I'm
and everything.
super
All the
nervous.
aliens spot down. Mm-mm. Like, nah, let's not do this. Let's not do it.
All right, but we get past that, and so this is when we get our final scene. So, I guess they were near the water at that point. Anyway?
Yeah.
Mm.
So okay.
Yeah.
There's a boat on the river with all the like aliens following it.
Mhm.
Because it kept on tooting his horn. Like, wah,
I think it was doing
wah.
it on purpose.
Yeah, probably let the people know.
Yeah.
Probably.
So they're trying to get to that. Now, I did not think she was going to go anyway.
Right.
Because I was like, there's no way she makes that swim.
Right.
She can't swim to the boat.
It's kind of like pointless though. Like
Yeah.
Yeah,
like
there's no
we
point.
were saying, like you make the swim to the boat and then you die on the boat.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What's the
So
point?
trying to get over there, she helps him out by like making a bunch of noise. And this is what I mean, like it's easy to distract them aliens. Like she's like throwing stuff into the windows, making the car alarms go off, and they're over there following that, but they don't get to her at all.
Right, because they're following the sound.
Yeah, so I'm like, it's super easy to distract these things. So what you do, you bring like a noisemaker thing with you, and then like if you're in a dangerous situation, you press the button, throw it,
Throw the noise, man.
and then you go.
It gives you some time to get away.
But I guess maybe it's the sheer number, because it seemed like there was a ton of them.
Yeah, every time they was, I guess you would call it stampeding or whatever. There was a considerable amount
Yeah.
Yeah.
of them things moving. Like it
Yeah.
was.
It definitely, in the other movies, there weren't that many.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah.
But it was like.
But I mean, does it make more sense that there's more of them in the city? Because it opens up and says that New York City is a constant 90 decibels, which is
So it's one of the
scream.
loudest,
Yeah,
so they
constant
all
scream.
like aimed for that
Yeah,
area.
because it's like you figure that's a noisy place. And one thing I like about this movie is that the stark contrast they make in sound is like when she's in the theater, it's kind of normal and quiet. Then she goes outside and you hear the horns and the taxis and whatever else happening, and you get that stark difference in noise level. So I wonder if there was more aliens here because of just how noisy New York is.
Could have been.
Yeah.
Could have been.
So maybe it makes it a little more harder, especially because it's so big, so many places they can be, to isolate them, to take them out. Because essentially you realize, like we talked about, like they basically trapped them on the island. Like they destroyed all the buildings.
Yeah, they blew up all the bridge.
The bridges, yeah. So yeah, so essentially they built all the bridges to basically keep the aliens on, which is kind of smart. Especially because, you know, I was like, dang, they just trapped them on there, but they fought, you know, like we're gonna let the people out. But yeah.
Yeah. No, it was smart. So they can't follow off of the bridge, and
Yeah.
then you can get on a boat.
Yeah.
So I mean that worked out, and then so that's what they were gonna go after that boat. So yeah, she makes all the noise, distracts the aliens. He makes a run for it. Eventually they start following him because he's running.
Yeah.
But-
And because did he drop something or something that kind of like
I think it was a can or something.
like kind of put the noise in his area, but at that point he's just running.
Yeah.
I don't know, you could just jump off the dock, which is what he did.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So he jumps off the dock to the water. They don't follow him because they can't swim,
Mm-hmm.
and he makes it off.
Yeah.
Which it was fun.
Yeah.
So then he was on the island with Jaimin Hansu.
Yes, I would assume that he would have been on an island. Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. And there we go. That was the quiet place. They went. Oh well, she at the end, after being able to get her pizza and see where her father played again, she plays her iPod through some speakers and allows herself to be attacked.
Yes.
Which fine.
Yes, which understandable. I kept thinking like that's a horrible way to go.
It's probably better than dying of cancer.
I agree. That was my conclusion. It's
Yeah.
better than dying of cancer.
Because you gotta remember, she was in pain, like
Yes,
every
constant
day.
pain is just other people I've known is it's not a good way to go.
Yeah, then you have that on top of she would have to live trying to survive,
Yeah.
not being killed by an alien. So she either starves to death, dehydrates, or something like that, or
That constant need for pain medication just to get through the day.
yeah.
Yeah, no, I was completely like, that makes sense to me. Yeah.
So I think it had a conclusion that made sense, and it not a long movie. It was
No.
an hour and 40
It was
minutes.
not a long movie.
But all of them has been short. All of them has averaged about an hour and a half, hour and 40.
Yeah.
They're not long movies, which
Yeah.
is good because I felt like for a movie that's not long, one thing, especially since this is more of an emotional movie than a scary movie, they actually make you care about the characters. Granted, there's only 2 characters,
Yeah.
but even so, I feel like in that shorter period of time, we actually cared. At least I did, anyways. I cared about what happened to the people.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm glad he was able to make it off.
Yeah.
And I'm glad she got like closure before she died.
Yeah. I mean, even the nurse guy who was only in the beginning of the movie, I was like, dang, I didn't want him to die.
Yeah.
Yeah, not right there. I was like,
I
oh.
was like, he was nice enough.
Yeah, like he really seems like a nice guy.
Yeah.
So yeah.
Very true. He seemed like a genuine.
I don't know if I would have went out there to turn the generator off.
No,
Well,
I
you
probably would have
figure-
just let it.
Yeah,
You
let the
wouldn't
alien
gonna
attack the
do-
generator.
But you don't know, like, I mean, how much does it attack the generator? Does it keep going? You know what I mean? It's just like you don't know if it's worth the risk.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Although I do question whether or not the generator emergency off button is hard to reach.
It should be.
That
It
felt
should, yeah.
something like there's just a button on the front.
Mhm. But even if he wouldn't have ripped his shirt,
The alien
Like,
would
would
have
that
been
would've
there
still
anyway.
been-
It would have
Yeah,
been
it
there
still would've
anyways.
been
Like
there.
he was dead regardless if you ripped the shirt.
yeah.
or
Once
not.
you decided you were gonna go turn off the generator, you did.
Yeah, he was.
Yeah,
dead
because you gotta think, it
regardless.
made the noise, so they're going after it.
Yeah, and
Mhm.
generators are very loud.
And as long as that thing was on, like
Yeah.
just
Yeah, which
You're
then
done.
was thought like, imagine how many buildings in New York has generators.
mm-hmm.
Like all of them.
Yeah, just about. Like, bro, just let it go.
Yeah.
Like maybe there'll be another opportune time to turn it off, but not right
Yeah.
now.
Yeah, but I was thinking like, I'm like, there's no way this off switch is so hard to reach.
No,
Just
'cause
no way.
it's like, reaching like,
No,
I
almost got it.
Almost got it.
I've seen a few industrial generators, and there's literally a push button. on the front.
They had one of the old early models.
just the old 1920 style. You got to reach behind it in the
Mhm.
back. I'm like, bro, just press the button.
Like it looked like it was a valve. Like is this
Yeah,
a
it was like a
valve?
whole switch, like to turn the valve off. I'm like,
Yeah,
what?
like really? That's
So
what we're doing.
weird. I'm like, why is this generator so difficult?
Yeah, y'all need to upgrade, man. But yeah, it took him out. That was
did.
it.
I felt bad for him. I did. I was like, oh dang, I didn't want him to die.
And that lady almost jumped through the roof. The one that I was sitting
Oh,
next to. I'm
for
like,
real?
she almost jumped through the roof.
You know it was coming.
I'm
You
like,
knew that
come
one
on.
was
Like I'm
coming.
like, yeah, you're like, you know something's happening. And like every time something like crazy would happen, she would look at me and I'm like, did you not see that coming? Like, did you not know? it was
No, I mean,
about
there
to
were a
happen?
couple of times when like alien would just pop up where I didn't expect it. I'm like, oh,
Yeah, it was a couple times like when she had that. What was that, like a dream or something?
oh
She was-
yeah,
Oh,
yeah.
yeah.
She was
Something
dreaming
like
and it jump scare.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I was like, okay, I didn't really expect that, but I still didn't really jump. It was like, oh, okay. She's like, oh my goodness, like, oh man. I'm like, first of all, get off your phone because you've been texting this stuff this whole movie. The light is annoying.
Turn your phones off.
And she's like, oh, like somebody that came through late,
Mhm.
and you know how you can't see the letters in the dark, so you just turn your bright light on your phone.
You can see the letters in the dark because they have
is like-
lights on the stairs.
That annoys me. When you get those people with
But-
the flashlight, and then not only
Yeah.
for the aisle, but then for like the seats.
Yeah, the seat they shine through. Oh, excuse me, I'm sorry.
I'm like, man,
Sorry,
get
excuse
it
me.
together.
I'm like,
Yeah, agreed.
Agreed.
if I was a certain type of
Mm.
person.
No, you know, in my theater, there were people. Their phone was on silent, but the little flashy.
Oh, the
Message
notification
alert?
light.
Yes,
Yeah.
like they
and I'm
don't
like,
turn it
why is
off.
your phone? Put it away. Why is it out where I can
Well,
see
my
the
thing is
flashing
like,
light?
do you not see this a fire alarm light you got on your phone just
Right.
flashing?
You be
Like,
like,
what is this?
Gling, 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 gling. Like, turn it off,
Like
bruh.
either read the message or turn your phone upside down.
It's-
Like,
I didn't
understand.
know who called or texted
off.
me until I was out of the theater.
Exactly. Like, I text y'all a few times, but like I don't have a bright flashing light when my text go off.
Right.
It's just a little
Like-
vibration.
I respond to text messages during movies.
Sometimes.
Yeah, but like it's not obnoxious though.
Yeah, I know.
Usually the movie's boring and I'm checking my phone to see what
Oh,
time
the
it is.
movie's boring.
Like, when is this gonna be over?
If a
Like,
movie's
yeah.
boring, then I'm like taking notes and I'm like, y'all can see all of this light. I'm writing a whole story about this trashy movie.
But see, like that wasn't even happening this time. Like I was barely checking my phone.
Yeah.
All right, so that was the story of A Quiet Place Day One.
Mhm.
Any random movie facts?
A few.
Okay.
Random movie facts.
So Patsy's is a real place.
Okay.
It is
I meant to
often
look that up too.
considered like one of the original of the New York style pizza.
Got you.
So did they like blow up after this? or were they already?
Considering the
blown up
movie's
enough?
only been out for like 2 days, it's hard to know.
Okay.
It's hard to know. I'll let you know next year.
I would wager
Right
they
on,
got
right
some
on.
increased business probably.
I would think so. Yeah.
Lupita, that's how you pronounce her name,
Yeah.
right?
Lupita.
Is afraid of cats.
Oh.
Understandable, because I cannot stand cats.
I'm not afraid of them. I just don't like them.
So the fact like she couldn't even be in the same room with a cat, which is agreed. If someone got a cat, I'm not in your house. So she actually had to go through like cat therapy to kind of get used to cats and to be able to like pet and hold a cat.
Yeah.
So start like, oh yeah, we're gonna put you in a room with one cat, and then we slowly increase the number of cats. I'm like, I'm out. Just kill me. Don't put me in a room with no cat. I'm out.
Really? Is that bad for?
Yeah.
Sounds like a phobia.
That's a phobia.
Not a phobia.
like a
Not a phobia.
No,
Just,
it's a phobia.
Just
Can't be in a room with a cat.
Just cats are
Cats
not,
don't worry me at all.
The cats, they don't scare me. I'm just annoyed by them. Besides the fact that I feed you and do all this for you, and you treat me like garbage. No, I'm not doing that.
I'm sorry. I can just me and cats cannot.
Okay.
Just no. I don't want to be in the same place you are.
I mean,
Yeah. So a lot of this movie was filmed in London.
Oh, okay.
There was some New York. But there was a lot of London.
really?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. So those were my random movie facts.
All right.
It's not a lot. The movie just came out. It's hard to get movie facts for a movie that just come out.
Very brief, but hey, it's something. It's
Yeah.
something.
All right. Nitpicks.
Yeah.
Pick some nits. Pick some nits.
I still don't understand. I just feel like these aliens are hard to kill. I mean, easy to kill.
Yeah.
I just
I
feel
mean, maybe
like
not for the average citizen. But I think our military should have been able to do it.
Yeah, our military definitely should have
there's
been able to
just
handle
no
that.
reason for them to be this whole, and you know what I mean?
There's
like
no reason for there to be mangled Humvees and
exactly.
a tank too. There was a tank there. I saw the tread and everything. Those tanks are heavily armored.
Well, I mean, like, okay,
Yeah.
so
Like,
let's say they're
how did
strong enough to
they-
take care of a tank, even though they're weak against a shotgun. But whatever.
Well, when their heads open, they're weak against a shotgun.
Okay. I don't know. I just feel like, because at the end of the second one, it's like, oh, we found a way to get rid of them all.
I don't know. A
just feel like-
concussive missile blast, like I don't care how strong your armor is, like you're still like squishy
But
liquid on the
it's
inside.
armor piercing.
That's
though.
what I'm
That's
saying,
the thing.
like,
Like those tanks,
these-
those are armor piercing rounds.
They're
They can
easy to
blast
kill.
through walls,
Yeah, it should kill them.
brick, and all
Yeah.
that. Like,
Well,
there's-
even if it does, I'm saying even if it doesn't pierce their armor, that blunt force to them is gonna kill you.
yeah, at least like discombobulate them for a little bit, so you can have some time to do whatever you're gonna do.
Yeah, so I'm not convinced that this would have been like some apocalypse, because I just feel like they're just too easy to kill.
Yeah, it should be at least.
Yeah, it should be at least.
What
Okay.
about them helicopters that drop all the water down on like forest fires?
Yeah.
Oh yeah. That would have been a good idea.
Yeah. Well, is that enough to drown them? Is that like waterboarding?
Yeah, sure.
Yeah, I would think so. Yeah, that's a lot of water.
That is a lot of
okay.
Like
water.
it's not like 2 gallons.
So you would have to
It's
to
like-
draw them into a place and then dump water on them.
Yeah, I guess you would need it to be. It might be harder to do that, but then again, like, can't you have like a hose on a helicopter? It's got like some water on it,
And just like spray them towards the
spray
water.
right in their face.
Yeah, I mean, either way, that was very animated. I just feel like either way, you can kill these things.
Yeah.
Okay. Our boy Eric, this boy who had his suit and tie on the entire time. Like, you're not gonna at least lose the tie?
Businessman.
Nope.
Never know when you
It's
might
his
have
look,
a business
man.
meeting.
You gotta keep the look.
It's
I
true.
guess.
All that
I
time
don't-
might get in the way. I'm gonna lose
The
the tie.
tie. I mean, like, keep it in your pocket just in case you need a tourniquet or something. But I'm
yeah.
I'm gonna take the tie off.
I know. I can't wait to take my tie off. Man.
Yeah.
I cannot wait.
Yeah, like dress clothes are not comfortable.
Yeah,
No,
it's
not
not my
typically,
thing.
no.
Like I like dress clothes, but I don't like putting them on.
Well, it's like, yeah, like I like looking nice in the moment, but
Mhm.
believe me, at the end of that day, I cannot
Yeah,
wait.
Snatch it off.
It's the reason why everybody wears like jogging pants and a tank top.
Well, like underneath?
Yeah. No, I'm saying like to be comfortable.
Exactly.
'Cause
Like,
those are
no one's like,
comfortable.
let me go
Just-
put on this dress to be comfortable. Not
Yeah,
happening.
no, there's no way.
Not happening.
There's no way. Sweatpants and a t-shirt or a tank top or
Sweatpants and a
whatever.
tee all day long.
I'm
Yeah.
good with that.
all day long. All right, we already said this, but seriously, forget that cat. Like,
Yes.
like legit, just
That
forget
cat would have
cat.
died so many times if it would have been me.
Yeah.
Dead. I'm
Well,
not.
did they
coming to
really
get you.
save it? I don't think they actually
The
ever.
one
Except
time
for
she
when
did save it. She did that first time.
Oh yeah, she did run and grab it.
Yeah, and
Yeah,
then he
there's no way.
legit climbed up a
He
metal
climbed up.
structure
Okay,
for it.
to save it.
No,
Yeah.
I'm not doing.
No, that cat would have had to jump down.
Yeah. Okay, so here's my question. So in here, they figure out real quick that noise and like that noise was attracting them, and that they couldn't swim.
Yeah.
Mm.
In the first movie, it made it seem like it took them a while to figure it out because they had
Yeah,
those newspaper
I agree.
postings.
Yeah.
Like it's noise, and I was just like, but the city in Europe figured it out in a half an hour.
You think maybe they couldn't get that message out to a vast amount of people? Fast enough?
The military should have been able to get the message out.
Yeah, I just feel like this is a little inconsistency, just
Okay,
a little
yeah.
bit.
Okay.
Especially
trying
because
to-
like
I was
they're
trying
still
to
in the
save
state
them.
of New York,
Trying to save them.
so I just feel like if New York City knows it,
Mhm.
upstate New York knows it, right?
You would
Yeah.
think so.
You would think. Okay. So my last nitpick, she sends old boy to the pharmacy to get her drugs. So this entire time, before he even goes on that mission, like when she was even in the theater, and I was like, she's gonna run out of drugs. I'm thinking like, this is New York. Somebody got some drugs. Somebody got some drugs.
I guess.
Disclaimer: nothing against New York. We love New York.
I
We
love
don't
New
think
York.
that you're just there for.
You're making that
drugs.
disclaimer now. You guys just like bashed cats for like the last 20
Is cats
minutes.
a big thing
That's
for
a
New
big-
Yeah,
York?
it
I feel
is.
like,
Yeah,
I
it
feel
is.
like
Is
people
it?
are on my side about cats.
I know
Okay.
rats are a big thing from New York. It's maybe not cats.
Oh yeah, they had like the little itty bitty mouse. I'm like, y'all know y'all got some Mickey Mouse
Yeah, like
size
y'all
rats
know,
up in
y'all know
there.
them rats. Or them rats are way bigger than them things.
Yeah. Oh yeah, because the
Rats
cat
bigger than
was
the cats.
chasing that little mice,
Mhm.
and I'm like, where the real rats at?
Yeah, where the real rats at? The ones that's
Mhm.
killing the aliens.
Yeah,
Yeah, those rats.
yeah, them Ninja Turtle size rats. Where they at?
Yeah, Master Splinter. Like where them at? Y'all know y'all got them all over the place up there.
They do. All right, that was my last nitpick. She could have got drugs from anywhere.
Okay.
Yeah, I feel
I
like
guess
she
so.
probably could.
I don't know.
Anywhere.
You telling me
But
there
she
ain't no
needed a
pharmacies?
Specific
specific thing.
Fentanyl?
There ain't no pharmacies.
She could-
She
get-
wasn't taking fentanyl ball and orally.
I was thinking like a little heroin to take the edge off.
Girl. Okay, no.
He's a girl.
No.
Look, it's New York. Somebody got some cocaine or some
It
oxy.
is
Stop
I don't
playing
think
this
she
game.
Somebody
wanted to
got
be
some.
high. She just wanted to
I
make
just
the
said,
pain
maybe-
go
I
away.
just
maybe
said
she
take the
did want to be
edge
high.
off, not get full blown high.
Yeah, being high might take the edge off.
Just a little
Just a
nib.
little bit.
No.
I think it probably would have helped.
That's I'm saying. Somebody had
Somebody
what she
something.
needed.
Yeah, maybe bruh man in the area. I don't know.
Mhm.
Y'all tripping.
Somebody
All right, let's
had
rate the
something.
I'll give it.
So you're conflicted.
Yeah, I guess I'll give it. I pay for that. It's a good movie, so I'll a higher end. I pay for that.
It is gonna be. I pay for that. It was not what I was expecting, but at the end of the day, it was a good movie. Like when I thought of A Quiet Place, I'm thinking something like the first one, and the first one, this is not.
Yeah.
But at the end of the day, it was like it was okay. Like I still enjoyed the movie, so it wasn't like this intense, suspenseful, thriller, scary movie I was expecting. But they still delivered a good movie, so therefore, it's still I pay for that.
Yep.
Okay, I would say like it was one of those movies. Like even if you didn't see the other Quiet Places, like I feel like it was still a
Oh yeah,
a
it stands
pretty
by itself.
gripping movie.
Oh,
Like,
yeah.
yeah.
Yeah. Mhm.
So I gotta give it a definitely a high end. I would pay for that.
Yeah.
Because even if you never seen none of the other ones, which I feel like the lady next to me didn't see any of the other ones because she was so shocked by everything that she saw happening on. Did you not know that they
Well, you know
react
what?
to sound?
When I was going into the theater, someone had a full blown conversation with the concession stand girl about how they didn't see the first two, and I'm like, then why are you here?
Well, I
Just
mean,
for the
for context, there were people who went to see Avengers Endgame that had not watched any other Marvel
Yeah.
movie, and I'm like, I'm sorry, what?
what? Yeah, I'm like, how do you even?
I worked with someone who it was Infinity War and said they didn't understand it, and then tell me all the movies they didn't see, and I'm like, well, why did you
Yeah,
watch
why didn't
Infinity
you?
War?
Yeah, Why are
So,
you even
yeah.
interested in this movie?
So it's not surprising that someone saw this without seeing the first
Still
two.
weird.
I mean, I feel like it's still they would still been all right. They wouldn't understand everything, but they would still been all right because like the movie itself kind of explained a few things.
Everything.
Yeah, it stands on its own.
Yeah. So like,
I still don't know what's going on with these aliens.
True.
Yeah, we still don't know where they came from or why they're here.
Now they
that.
just added more questions. What's with the weird white puffy mushroom things that they were eating? Were they growing those?
I feel like were they eating their babies? Like I don't know, because they felt like little egg things, and they were eating them.
It seemed like little egg things, but they was cracking them open like crab legs. Like
I don't know what that was about.
Maybe
so they don't kill people
in
to
the fourth
eat them.
movie.
No, because the
They
sound just irritates them, so they killed them.
Like they're afraid of the sound or something like that.
Well, because I guess sound is a vulnerability to them. So anything making sound, they kill to get rid of like a potential threat.
Okay, understandable.
Which animals do.
Yeah.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah.
So okay, I can get with that.
So
I'd pay for that if that wasn't.
Yeah. All right, so that's our rating. Derek also said he would pay for that. He would pay for that.
I imagine he did pay for it. Because,
I was on the fence between best movie ever, and I'd pay for that. No, I don't think it reaches the best movie ever.
No,
not quite.
Because I feel like the first one's better.
The first one is better.
The first one's better. I have been waiting for them to top the first one. I just don't think it's going
to. Well, you're not going to
happen.
Yeah.
It's kind of hard because the first one is like novelty. It sets that threshold.
The first one was so stressful to watch.
Oh my gosh.
Because
like, the first one, I literally breathed out when it ended.
Yeah, like, oh, thank God.
Why am I tense? I'm like,
that one was stressful.
Yeah, it was stressful.
Well, it's because they started the movie killing a child, which I was like,
I'm like, there are no limits here.
Yeah.
Like, you don't know.
Like the first one, and y'all know how I don't get snacks at movies.
Yeah.
I had some M&Ms and popcorn and stop eating. Because it's like it was so quiet, so now I'm quiet. Like
I didn't notice during this movie because I'm like it's so quiet, and then I'm like hearing all the people next to me.
Yeah, making noise. Yeah.
I'm like.
But see, like that's the difference. Like in the first one, like no one made any noise. It was so quiet you could hear the theater next to you.
Yeah, I could. Even on this one, I was like, I'm hearing the theater next to us.
Like normally you don't pick up that sound, but now everyone's just like, yeah,
keep it quiet. Keep it quiet.
Yeah, it's like we don't have to be quiet.
Be quiet.
Yeah, so like nothing has hit that level of anxiety that the first one induced.
Mm-hmm.
Which was okay. It's like you were expecting it, but we didn't get it. But they all stand on their own still.
Yeah, I don't think this one was trying to be that.
No, this one was purposely like, we're not giving you that at all.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Yeah, because most of it, they weren't really trying to. They were trying to escape the aliens when, like, they happened to be around.
Yeah.
But the purpose of the movie, what was driving it forward, was getting the pizza.
Yeah, this was about Sam.
Yeah.
That was it. It was about Sam that happened to be dealing with aliens.
Mm-hmm.
It kind of reminds me of like Cloverfield Lane.
Mm-hmm.
Where we're like, this is a whole nother movie, and then like, oh yeah, by the way, there's aliens outside.
There's an alien somewhere. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's accurate.
Oh man, I just remember talking about stressful in the first movie because the girl's deaf, and then you had like the that alien was right there, and she couldn't hear
she
it.
Had no idea.
When they fell in the grain silo, I'm like, oh, either you die by alien or you suffocate in corn grains. I don't like. Yeah, that movie was stressful.
The first one was stressful.
And then she stepped on the nail.
Oh yeah, that was.
I'm like
she's pregnant. She steps on a nail and like you hold it together.
Yeah.
When I stepped on a nail,
no
personal experience.
No, just no way I would be quiet.
It does not feel good. It's like a cold steel going through your foot. Like you feel the cold first, and then the pain comes afterwards.
Yeah,
it's tough to keep quiet.
That nail gave me so much anxiety even before she stepped on it. I'm like, oh, she moved it, she missed it. Then when you just almost forget about it, that's when she steps on.
That's what she steps on.
And you're like,
Oh,
girl, like I want to scream for you.
I feel the pain.
Just
Like I have to relive that every time. Like like the top of the nail came through the top of my foot. Went through the bottom, came through the top of my foot.
yeah,
Boy.
It was painful.
yeah.
All right, but that was our thoughts on A Quiet Place Day 1.
Quiet Place
so
Day 1.
if you've seen it, let us know what your thoughts were on it in the comments below. And we will catch you in the next one.
The next quiet one.